Alrighty, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Monday morning. God bless you all, and I hope you all had a great weekend. And yeah, so Bitcoin's dumping, man. Yeah, we are dumping. What the heck? How in the world? I'm having some technical difficulties over here on my end here. I don't know what I just did here. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, so let's discuss this, guys. Let's discuss this. So right now, technically speaking, we are bouncing from this like lower 786 here. Bouncing from the daily order block. But overall, I have to say that we are losing very key support here, which is the value area low of the range at 113. So a daily close below this level is very bearish in my mind. We will probably come down lower. But a daily close above 113, well, then in hindsight, this would look like a bounce from 113 with a deep wick below, but a healthy buyback, okay? So with that being said, let's just do some new TA here and come up with a plan, you know? So we're going to start on our daily time frame here. And let's just put all our dailies into a folder down here. Actually, let's start on the weekly. Do we have any new weeklies here? What is all this? Oh, those are our dailies, right? Okay. Let's start on our weekly. This is a weekly level. Let's see if we have any naked weekly points of control here. Let's remove everything. So yeah, we do have a new naked weekly point of control at around 115.6. Okay, other than that, we don't have any naked weeklies. So we're going to put this stuff in our folder called weekly. Now let's go to our daily. This level was, I guess, the level that we tapped here. It was also the POC of the range. So let's see. We got a daily level right here at 115.6. That's also a weekly, I'm pretty sure. And we have a daily level up here at 117. We have a daily level right here that we front ran at 1115. It's very unlikely that we're going to front run that. Let's be honest. We're probably going to tap that. We got 110, 166 daily level. And we got 108, 206, 216. And then we also have 105.6. These are going to be our daily levels. And let's put it on the PVP. I said, let's put on the PVP. All right. We have a naked daily point of control here. We have a naked daily point of control here. We have a naked daily point of control here. Let's put this in our daily folder. Let's put on our dailies and our weeklies together here. Okay. Okay, cool. So we've got some nice levels to be working with here. Let's go ahead to our TPO chart. Ooh. Ooh, baby. All right, so we do have some single prints that will be filled up here. Nice buying tail, to be honest, with that wick. Poor highs, poor highs, poor highs, poor highs. Poor highs all the way up. I mean, it's a poor high all the way up, honestly. Which means we could really start to get a move up. We could get a big reversal here. I'll be honest, if I was not in a long trade, I would be very interested in getting into a long from around here, simply because the 4 hour is so oversold. I would prefer a move down to the daily level, because it's also a Fibonacci golden pocket. But if we do reclaim 113.5, we have, you know, we look at the order flow, this candle right here, like we're at the entry right now of about almost 200 million shorts that have not closed. All right, 200 million shorts currently at their entry. You know, oh man, so here's the deal. A beautiful potential long right now would be this. Again, we're really just here to look for the best setups, right? That's what we're here to do. We're here to look for the best setups. All right, not to say what we think is going to happen, but the beautiful, I don't even want to say obvious, because it's probably not going to be obvious, but look at this confluence here. I would say this is just such an amazing long. This is the one that I was basically looking at this morning in the VIP. And obviously this is a TP1. Now, yeah, this would be my long one here. Yeah, so I'd want to see our divergences on our 24, 12, 6, 3 minute. The 4 hour has a really nice hidden bullish divergence here. So another dip down on our 24 minute would be really nice looking here. Even though the money flow is kind of crap, I still think it's just such a key level that this at least could give us a nice move up to right around here, right? So we get that momentum wave down like this. Really nice. Okay. That would actually be technically a double drive of divergence, because this down to this also gave us a bullish div on the 24, so that would be really nice to see. We got about 10 minutes until New York opens. Yeah, that looks really beautiful, honestly, doesn't that? Just come to support, up to value area low, where we, honestly, if we're gonna be real, should be looking for a bit of a short. Yeah. Yep. I mean, could it get more obvious than that, really? All right, so for this one, we're going to have to look for bearish CVD. We're going to have to look for hidden bearish divergences on market cipher B. That'd be best. All right, so what do I mean by that? I basically mean a momentum wave that's coming up higher than the previous momentum wave here, you know, to make the lower low. I'm sorry, to make a lower high. Or even higher than this one over here, where we can draw a line and see it's getting higher as the price is making the lower high. We want to look for bearish CVD, and then on the lower time frames, we want to look for regular bearish divergences here. Okay, this is going to be the gateway to higher prices. Value area high, golden pocket, point of control, all that kind of stuff. There's going to be a very, very important area of resistance. The single prints, right? The support resistance back test flip here. This is going to be really key. It's going to be really key throughout the day, in my opinion. That's going to be coming in around 115 to 115.6. All right. All right, give me 1 second here. Alrighty. Okay, so we got 5 minutes until New York Open. Let's see Yeah, those are going to be our key longs and shorts. Other areas, obviously, guys, is going to be this for a potential pump and dump New York Open short. Is going to be the value area. I'm sorry, yeah, the value area low of the macro range. So we got ourselves our golden VWAP, aka our anchored VWAP. And we got ourselves the value area low of the macro range. So a potential New York pump and dump is simply just this. Come up and fill the single print. Fib, high to low. It doesn't work really, does it? Yeah, I mean, I would say definitely like a New York pump and dump scenario would be this. Roop, roop, roop. All right. Roop, roop, roop. Yeah, so let's wait and see how New York opens. It would surprise me if we don't see... Yeah, I mean, it's actually really nice to be prepared for something like this. And then once we're up here, I would actually look for a back test of the value area low. Yeah, I'd be looking for this kind of thing here. As New York's about to open, let's kind of set some alerts here. We'll set an alert at the anchored VWAP. We'll set an alert at the single print value area high. We'll set an alert. I have one down here, 1116-ish. Yeah, let's deal with this. I think that's all I'm going to put on my chart for now, guys. Look, we'll cross the bridges as we get there. A few things I would say. A close above, daily close above 113.5 actually is very bullish in my mind to at least at least get us back up to 115.5. A reclaim of 115.5, I expect 120. A daily close below 113.5. I expect us to continue to drop down towards 107. This box here is so key because, again, if the daily candle closes above the value area low, then it will be a wick. All right, it will be a bullish bounce. All right, if this daily candle is closing let's say it's closed at 114 or whatever, that is basically us doing this. We got our low, our high, our higher low, our higher high, our higher low. We could look still for our higher high. And not only that, but we reclaim the value area low of the range, right? Back test it as support and just wick into it and come back. That would look really good. As opposed to a daily close below the level, then that's showing us, okay, we're not bouncing. We're not bouncing. And I'm going to give it down to the golden pocket and the daily level here and the POC, because really, if we're looking at this as our first impulse up, and this is our retracement, howbeit it's a very fast dump, we would want that golden pocket to hold here, really. Could we look for longs at lower levels? Yeah, like obviously I could give a setup from every single level here. Pretty much just have the levels on the chart, and if you're here and you see a good divergence at a key level, you can kind of go for it there. New York has just opened for business. Let me go ahead and make a copy of this chart here. We're seeing a little bit of bullish CVD here. Right around here from this low to this low, we see some bullish CVD. Man, it would be nice to come and take that low into that golden pocket. Maybe too obvious. Let's see if we have questions in here. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to T. Shout out to TMD, who's Tina D. Shout out to Hammer. Shout out to Infinity X and Swanky. Man, I forgot about the word swanky. I gotta start using that again. I used to use that word a lot. That used to be a popular word in the Casper household. Shout out to Fabio. Easygoing. Awesome Sauce. Torta67 and Jay. Mr. Wizard Crow. Joe Andrews. In this case, how do you manage swing trades? I had a trade from 107 and 109. My first target was the naked daily POC. We front ran. Ooh. Oh man, that sucks, bro. That you didn't take profits, I mean. If I was in your position, I would just hold my trades. I mean, have you made any money? If you're up from 107 and 109, bro. Oh man, that's tough. Like, I would hate the idea of not taking profit, right? We're here to make money. And you made a mistake in hindsight by not taking profit. It front ran you by like $100, which is like the worst. But don't close the trade in a loss. In the chance that we don't bounce from here, I would say this, okay? I would watch the daily close. If our daily close is above 113, then watch the chart carefully. And if we're coming up towards 115, our next resistance, and you start to see like a rejection, then take some profit at 115. But if we can't close the daily candle above 113.5, if I was in your position, and this is not financial advice, I would have to take something off the table, because I would not want to close that beautiful swing trade in a loss, or even in a nothing. You're still up quite a bit right now. I mean, you're up right now. Let's see. Oh, man. You're up 4%, bro. I mean, I would watch that daily candle. I'm sorry that your target didn't get hit, man. That sucks. I'm a big fan of holding trades to the death after a take profit. In my mind, a take profit one would actually put me at ease, because then I know, like, at least I made something on the trade. Because you have two options, like option one, and we don't know the future, but option one is that you take something off the table depending on the daily close and feel good about your trade, right? Option two is you hold it. Now, option two could go two ways. Option two is more of a gamble, because option two, if we pump and then you end up hitting your target, great, it worked out. Whew, that was a close one. But option two also has the potential of you basically closing those trades in a nothing or even in a loss. And so why would you want to have the potential of closing a trade that you worked hard for, traded according to your plan, longed from excellent support, watched it go all the way up for a whole 3 weeks just to have nothing to show for it? Like, I'd rather have something to show for it. You know, and here's the thing. We know this is such a key level. We're closing below 113.5. We know the probabilities are highest. We're going to come down towards the 108 level, right? So if we're going to go based on probabilities here, this daily close, if we don't close above the level, I'd say the probabilities are likely we're going to come back down to the bottom of this range here. So yeah, I would take something off the table, bro. I wouldn't close the whole position, but I would take something off the table. And if we come back down to this area, maybe we get a bounce from 108.2, and your 107 trade, you can just add to it, right? You see a bounce, you could add a bunch to this trade, and then boom, you're back in. So that's how I would approach it if it was me. But this is not financial advice. But in my mind, that seems to be the most logical and the most conservative way to approach it. Like, watch the daily close. If we close above key resistance, keep it open and watch. If we close below key resistance, take some off the table to make sure you win, and then play it by ear as we come back down, because probabilities are highest we would come back down. Shout out to Mr. Dragon. God bless you. Shout out to Crypto Dave. What TPO is that you're using on TradingView? Just the normal old TPO, man. Just the normal old TPO. TradingView has their own TPO now. Right? And what settings do I use? I don't know. I guess just the normal settings, except I make my single prints green like that. Yeah, just like the normal settings, I guess. Got to put it on the 30-minute chart. Row sizes on auto, value area 70. I don't tweak it really. I just go with it. I just roll with it. Shout out to AD. Shout out to Divine Hood. We almost hit the 1.618 fib target. This is looking impulsive to the downside. I know, right? It looks very impulsive to the downside. So that's why this is such a key level here. It looks impulsive to the downside, but at the same time, until we lose the daily and the golden pocket, it is still safe to assume this is a retracement that just happened quick because of over-leveraged longs, right? But I agree with you, Divine Hood. It looks impulsive, which is why we got to be prepared for the bearish backtest of 115. You know, it doesn't look good. It does not look good in a sense that we have high time frame bear divs. We're running out of time for that. Honestly, like, we are running out of time for us to expect new highs. So I'm feeling a little bit pessimistic today about my altcoin portfolios. feeling like I'm not gonna see them hit those sell prices that I was hoping for. I'm feeling a little bit bummed out about it, actually. But, you know, it is what it is, right? 2-day red dot. What's my macro sentiment? My macro sentiment, Godzilla, is that the bull market is over. I'm calling it. It's the end of the bull market. Get ready for the bear. We're here. We're in the bear market. That's my sentiment. I think the top is in. So, the top is in. Depending on how this monthly candle closes, it will be forming a very nice top on the monthly. Like, beautiful, beautiful top on the monthly. And, also, this is our sideways range here, okay? This is our sideways range right here. So here's the monthly. We have a bearish divergence. This is our sideways range, which means this. Even in this event, come down to the bottom of the range, come down to the top of the range. The top is still in. I expect the top to be in. I don't expect that we're going to see $150,000 Bitcoin right now. And I hope I'm wrong for the sake of everybody who's been so hopeful. But to me, the fact that the FOMC didn't act as a catalyst to give us that all-time high, and we kind of are seeing like a sell news event without putting in an all-time high, it's really not looking good. And we know that we're in the last few months of the bull run. We're at the 500-day mark, which every single time, right around the 500 days, that's where the top is in. We've got another, in 8 days, another confirmed bear div on the monthly here. You know, it will be our second drive of bear div on the monthly. We'll have multiple drive of bear div on the 2-week. We'll have a 2-month bear div. There's only so much bear div the market can take here, and the closer we get to 2026, you know, the less time we have. So I would say, you know, as far as like spot position and all that, I'd say the top is kind of in, you know. That's my macro sentiment. I have to start getting bearish here. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope we have the super cycle. I hope Daniel from Chart Champions is right. He doesn't pay attention to the 4-year cycle at all. But yeah, my gut tells me that the top is in. This has been a big change from what we've seen. And again, the loss of 105,000, in my opinion, then yeah, for sure the top's in, because that will be the first range that we actually form and then lose. So like the whole bull run is characterized by the sideways range, right? Sideways range, big breakout. We get a little back test. We don't even touch that range, right? And we form a sideways range, big breakout, not even close to back test. Form the sideways range, right? Breakout, perfect back test. Sideways range, breakout, perfect back test and hold, right? Now we're forming this sideways range. Notice something different about this one. The breakout is way less, all right? It's way less. Look at the 2-week candle upon every breakout compared to this one. This one has not had the same gas that we had the other times. And now, yeah, we're coming back to flirt with the highs, and we're getting a little bit of a bounce, but now we're getting a rejection from the golden pocket. It's the first time we've actually really seen something like that, I think. And so if we're going to lose this now, this is the first time we come back into the range. This would be a total change from what we've seen the whole bull run of losing 105. There'll be a total, complete change there. So I think the writing's on the wall. All right. I mean, the 2-month, look at the 2-month. I know we still have a month left for the 2-month to print that red dot. But when that happens, guess what? It's going to be November, right? November is going to be when we would confirm the 2-month bearish divergence here. And we're not seeing it on Mark Cypher now. I don't know why. But, yeah, there we go. The 2-month would confirm in November. So yeah, I think the writing's on the wall. Could we see a new all-time high? Yeah. We could get the double top. We could range between 105 and 125, but I don't think we're going to see much higher now. I think the market's showing us we're kind of out of steam here. Oh wow, Bitcoin we're getting a local drop. Let's go back. What's happening here? 12-minute. Okay, just a little bit of a drop here. Yeah, I've been really hopeful since June, and I was hopeful in September that the low is in. So I'm still going to be looking for longs in the event of a drop down to like below 106 to like the 105 zone. Obviously, I'm going to be looking for longs here, but obviously I'm going to be doing it thinking, you know what? This is the last shot, either to just get something or potentially make that double top at 128-ish. That would be a really epic last bull run swing trade, 105 to 128, and then call it a bull run here. And I'm sad. I'm sad for the altcoins. I think we could still see an alt season. Here's how it could happen. Here's how the alt season could happen, right? One of two ways. Way number one is, remember, I'm extrapolating a lot into the future right now with all the bearish sentiment. A daily close above this, and we're back on track. Okay, a daily close above that, and we're back on track. So there's two ways altcoins is going to happen. Number one, daily close above this, we're back on track. Bitcoin back in the range. ETH and all these other coins can see a huge rally. All right. Way number two for alt season is this: Bitcoin stays in the more macro range here between this high and this low. I think it's actually quite probable we go for the low now. I mean, we took the high. Let's just take the low. All right. And then we come back into the range for either another higher high, or we just come back up into this, you know, and form one of these. Either way, so long as Bitcoin is in this area for the next few months, altcoins we definitely could see have a big rally. All right. So as long as Bitcoin's in here, we could still see ETH hit 5,500. Potentially, we could see other ones pump Cardano. You know, I really hope. I think it's possible so long as Bitcoin stays in this range. And we look at the end of other bear markets, other bull markets, I mean, and, you know, for example, this range here, this whole kind of zone right here where Bitcoin was staying in between this area. I mean, we saw altcoins do crazy stuff here, right? We saw altcoins do crazy stuff here. Even after Bitcoin did hit the all-time high, we saw altcoins do some wild stuff. Even in the winter of 2021, we saw altcoins do some wild stuff. So I think it is possible. But I would not be expecting upside in general long-term right now. I would be expecting the bear market to begin, honestly. Based mostly upon the 4-year cycle and all that stuff, the halving and the 500 days. And the bearish divergences. It all points to that, in my opinion. What begins alt season? I mean, I don't know. It begins when altcoins start to pump. That's what begins it, man. You could look at money inflows and outflows and altcoin season index and all this, but at the end of the day, altcoin season is here when your altcoins are making you money. All right, shout out to Oisin. Let's check crypto market cap. You're up 100 to 500 in some of your alt bags. I would take some off the table, Alan. I mean, I'm not up at all on my alt bags. I mean, I'm up very little. Not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a lot more, man. I was hoping for a lot more. Shout out to Eagle Edge Master. Let's take a look at total market cap. Oof. Let's take a look at the weekly here. Market Cypher B. Look, guys, I'll be honest with you. Like, please don't take what I'm saying to heart, as it don't let me affect what you guys are planning to do. All right. I'm just a little bummed to think that maybe I'm not going to realize some of those gains I was hoping for on my altcoins. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen, right? If the top is in here for Bitcoin, I would be proud of myself for my Bitcoin play for the past 4 years. I wasn't expecting higher than 120. All right, so we've got a little bit of bear div here. Money flow and momentum getting lower on the weekly. The daily looks pretty not so great there. So we've got ourselves the local range. Nothing too crazy yet, but that candle is intense. Like, this daily candle is really intense here. But we've seen other candles like this before. You know, I'd say it's the same as Bitcoin. Like, we don't want to come back down into the range, right? We don't want to lose 3.5 trillion. That would not be good. Let's go ahead and pull our fib. Low to high. Fibonacci golden pocket there as well. We don't want to lose 3.5 trillion for sure. That would be really bad, honestly. We'd lose 3.5 trillion. That could be really bad. Yeah. Yeah, look at this. I mean, as soon as we lost this previous high here last time, we lost back test, boom, it's gone from there. So we're pretty much in the same boat right now with the 3.5 trillion being that that key level that we cannot lose. But let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. As traders, you know, it doesn't really matter bear bull market, to be real. It's the exact same. In fact, it really doesn't matter at all in any way, shape, or form. Sometimes you can have an amazing few months of trading in the bear market. You know, I just had a horrible month of trading. Well, actually, that's not true. I had a pretty good month of trading this month, to be honest. But it was a difficult month to trade. Let's just put it that way. Unless you're like, you have to be able to take trades and know what you're doing, like, in the moment in order to make money this in September so far. Because the key levels have been front run. It's not like August, where August was trading on easy mode, let's be honest. August was like every level was hit with good confirmation and all that. September has not been like that. We've had this slow, painful, grindy move up. We're front running levels. We're getting unclear confirmations, right? So this has been it's been a difficult month to trade. It's been a difficult month for me as an instructor to give good setups, because the good setups haven't been happening, right? The good technical setups have not really been happening this whole grind up, right? We've been front running key supports ever since September 1st. And we haven't been hitting like the key resistances, and so it's just been a little bit difficult. But, you know, bear market, bull market, as a trader doesn't matter. As a holder, it does matter, right? As a holder, for sure, I have to be honest, I'm quite disappointed if ETH doesn't hit a new all-time high. I am very disappointed, because I'm not going to sell low. I'm just going to have to hold that thing forever and hope it goes back up. As a Bitcoin holder, I'm satisfied. I sold 60, 80, 100, 120. I bought irresponsibly below 20K. All right, Bitcoin's starting to get a little bit of a pump right now, locally. Let's see what's going to happen here. We've got our alerts set. We've got our chart ready. Shout out to Eagle Edge Master. Yeah, the total 3 to see money going into the top 3 alts. Divine Hood doesn't think we see an alt season like that. Too much delusion of crappy coins. The good projects did make new all-time highs. Yeah, I guess you're right, man. Like Solana, ETH. Did ETH make an all-time high? Cardano did not, though. I know that's a real possibility, Divine Hood, and I hope you're wrong, bro. And I know you hope you're wrong too. But yep, it's a real possibility. I mean, nothing's guaranteed here in crypto. But for the past few cycles, I mean, those altcoins have really popped off. You know, that's where the money was at. But it'll be easier to trade in a bear market. AD has the others against Bitcoin, money flowing out of the others. Yeah, it could be easier to trade in a bear market. Like, it really all depends, you know? It all depends. I've had some of the best trading months of my life in the bear market. I mean, what really sticks out to me is May 2022. I'll never forget that period of time. Because I was, I had to go to the beach with my in-laws. And the shorts were so juicy at that time. Man, I was raking it in, shorting. And I remember explaining to my father-in-law how, because they were nervous for me. They're like, Jason, are you okay? Like, you know, I heard Bitcoin got hacked. They were talking about FTX or whatever. And I was showing them, yeah, look at this short, man. Could I look at Bitcoin priced gold? Is there a ticker for that? Is there a ticker for that? Bitcoin priced in gold? Like Bitcoin against gold? Gold is pumping like crazy right now. Gold's been doing pretty good. Even on the 1 hour. Look at this. Gold pumping, man. Look at this. Gold on the day. Pumping. Yeah, I hope the 4-year cycle will still be respected as well, Garage 30. And yeah, there's still time. I think the top is in, but I still also believe there is time to make a double top, 128-ish. Is this it here? Bitcoin against gold? Is this it? I don't know if this is it. But we are also just above the golden pocket here. If this is it. Let's take it from May. Let's take it from all of this. Man, I hate that. Oh, there we go. Ooh, ew. Look at that back test of the Vow. Man. Dr. X bought a lot of silver. Yeah, BNB, bro. Like, oh, it's over like 1,050, right, Divine Hood? I saw that thing pump. Nice, man. You bought silver mining stocks and silver. You can't go wrong with precious metals, bro. I'm a big stacker and a believer in stacking. Problem with stacking is you got to keep that stuff hidden, right? There's a secret location in the woods, deep underground. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, I don't see that ticker. Maybe I have to look at different all instead of stocks. There you go. Yeah, that was right though. I guess that was gold tether coin. Yeah, we're coming right back, about to hit that golden pocket. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see Bitcoin outperform gold all this time. Wow, look at this. I mean, we have really key support here at about 2880. CDW. That's a pretty cool area to be interested in on the Bitcoin against gold. Alrighty. Alrighty, guys. Well, let's take a look back at the Bitcoin chart here. Let's go to our 6-minute. Ooh, a reclaim a value area low here. So let's see what happens. Again, I've got this plan. Let's see if this happens here. I'll be honest, I'm much less interested in shorting this. I'm much more interested in longing this. But let's see here. Local CD dub. Let's see if we can't come down from here. It's 10 o'clock. We've been open for about half an hour. Let's see what happens. Yeah, AD, that's a big difference between 2021 and 2025. That's pretty crazy. 36 million tokens in existence. That's wild. Yeah, but I think the top 20s are top 20s, and but who knows? I would hate to see no all season this time. I really would hate it. I was really planning to do some stuff, but whatever. It would be what it would be. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna head out. All right. If I decide to take a trade, I will let you guys know. Yeah. That being said, I hope everyone has a great day. God bless y'all. And peace. I said peace, but you know what? I don't know how to end the stream. I don't even know how to end the stream here. Ah, here we go. Peace.